Hey guys, this is Donna Jones for Spotlight TV. I'm so excited today because we have our very special guest, Mila J, the very talented, beautiful. How are you?
Thank you. I'm good. How are you?
Great. So I want to ask you first, I guess, I'm not sure if you've ever been asked this question before, but with your music and you're so amazing, when did you first fall in love with hip hop?
Well, I fell in love with hip hop. I would probably say I was 6.
Wow.
I don't know how I stumbled across this movie that was it was a hip hop movie actually called Crush Groove with like the Fat Boys, Run DMC, Sheila E. And I don't know what it was about the movie, but I rented it so much from at the time there was video stores. The lady just gave it to me. Like she told my mom, like, here, she can just have the movie. Like nobody, So I would say that was definitely the start. But then I just always loved rap music. So The Chronic was the first album I ever bought with my own money.
Wow.
MC Hammer, anything like hip hop I gravitated towards when I was younger.
So when you were 6.
Yeah.
There's a difference between a singer and an entertainer. What are you?
I would definitely say I'm an entertainer.
Okay.
I've
seen your videos.
I'm
You
a
could definitely
performer,
dance.
but not just performer on the stage.
Right.
I'm just I don't know. I've always been animated and super energetic, and just I like to entertain people. Even if it's just telling jokes and just talking and having a conversation,
Right.
So yeah, I would say entertainer.
Wow. Becoming great is a process, and people think okay, it's going to happen overnight, or it's going to happen, they want it right now. Where are you, would you say you're in that process of being great?
Well, I think it's always a process, a journey.
Exactly.
I don't think it's ever okay, now finally you can say I'm great. It's
Right.
you constantly have to work on being great. And I think once it's all said and done, then maybe everyone can say you was great. But it's just a ongoing journey, I would say, a process. Because you're never too old to learn.
Yeah.
New things. So it's always kind of.
Always learning.
And improving.
Definitely. So let's talk about Mila, made in Los Angeles. That's awesome.
Thank you.
So that whole project and that process, was there highs and lows with that, or did it just kind of all come together?
That actually all just kind of came together. I named it, well, for those who don't know, I'm from Los Angeles.
Yeah.
I was born and raised here. So one day I was I had an epiphany. I was like, Mila, and I was like, that's made in Los Angeles. Why did it take me so long to ever think of that, right? So I'm like, okay, this is perfect. I thought it was just a perfect introduction for people
Right.
who might not have been familiar with me. And it was a pretty easy going process. At that time I had recorded, I'm always recording, so I just had so many songs, and I just wanted to release something leading up to the album.
So who was your favorite collaboration on this project? Did you have a favorite?
On that one, I would probably say, wait, who was on that one? Ty Brown. Oh, they were all dope, because I'm kind of cool with all of them, so it wasn't super just.
So it was Ty Dolla $ign.
Yeah, Ty, B.O.B., and Problem. Yeah,
Nice.
We're all in there, so it was cool to have. Ty and Problem are both from LA too, so that was dope to have them as a part of the Made in LA project.
What's your definition of being a boss?
My definition of being a boss, running whatever it is your way. You know what I mean, and not taking no for an answer. And yeah.
What keeps you up at night?
What keeps me up at night? Snapchat. Snapchat. My iPhone keeps me up at night. No, for real. My phone, it's bad, but I'm naturally an insomniac. I could have the hardest day ever, work out, dance, perform, do promotions. It doesn't matter. When it's nighttime, I cannot go to sleep. So I usually maybe get tired around 4 a.m. just naturally. But yeah.
That's crazy. So how do you wind down? Do you have a process? Do you do anything?
I have a process.
Okay, we need to know that process.
A little medication. Yeah, because cherry juice doesn't really work, and I don't really drink milk, because isn't milk supposed to make you sleepy?
Yes, milk's supposed to make you sleepy.
Yeah. I eat some, little cookies or some gummy worms or something like that.
And that'll chill you out. Okay, I got it. So Do you feel disappointment is something that helps you become the person that you're meant to be?
Disappointment, I definitely think it helps because it forms you as a person, and if something doesn't work out, you learn a lesson from it. If you're smart, instead of making the same mistake. Yeah. So I definitely think that it helps build your character. You know what I mean? Especially for this business, because there's gonna be people only see your yeses in your success, but they don't see the million no's that you got. So it definitely helps you for this industry. I would for sure, but that's any industry though. Any rejection or anything like that is just gonna help you be stronger, and you have to be stronger than your average to be in entertainment.
Yes, you do.
So especially with online, it's everybody can make a comment now. Everybody can basically they can build you up or tear you down. So you just have to be prepared for that.
How do you feel social media, speaking of that, has helped your career? Because years ago or 10 years ago, it that wasn't there.
Right.
And now overnight, millions of people can literally see you and have access to you. How does that make you feel?
Well, I think there's definitely a lot of pros.
Right.
I feel like you can reach everyone kind of at the same time. I feel like before your music, it's it will be popping here, but then maybe a year later, then it's you find a fan in Africa or Japan, and it's it took a year to get there. Now it's you upload something
and boom,
everyone's getting it. So I think that's dope that I feel like it connects the world at the same time, literally.
Yeah.
So and then for those who, some people like to be away and kind of mysterious, and then other people, for me, I like to interact with fans and just different things. So I think that's what's dope too. It's you can literally everyone's right there.
Yep.
But I said, then the bad part is though everybody's right there. So it's
yes.
You put the wrong outfit on, and it's a million people commenting, and it's for real, that's all y'all see in the picture. It could be the most positive post, you went to feed the homeless, but everybody's why you got them shoes on? It's really, that's the only thing you saw.
Yeah.
So there's pros and cons, but I definitely think in just your reach, you never know who's watching too. So people all the time are how do you get into the business? I'm well, now I honestly, for that reason, it kind of makes it easier because, so many people go online to find new talent. So before, you really had to put in that footwork and be out. And you still should do that, but the internet makes it easier for something to go viral. And then before you know it, you booked, you on Ellen, you on everything. and
you
it's
just blow up
from an upload. So
definitely. So a lot of people may not know that Janae Echo is your sister. Mm-hmm. How do you guys ever go to either other shows, or how do you support each other?
Yeah, all the time. Yeah. I was just at her show, the one she just did, the tour with Snoop and Wiz, the High Road tour. So it was fun. Yeah, I went to a couple dates.
Oh, nice. What drives you?
What drives me? I would just say my passion for creating. That's what I was born kind of into. I would say starting at the age of 5, I was always enrolled in dance classes and just the arts, period. And my parents both supported, our whole family, doing the, entertainment, which is rare. Parents usually be no, do something real.
Wow.
So I would just say that, I kind of feel it's all I know. So
did your mom, when did she find out, okay, wait a minute, my daughters can sing? When did that happen?
When did she know?
Or did it just kind of happen? Who figured this out?
That's a good question. Growing up, my dad is a musician, so our whole garage was transformed into a studio, a booth was built, all that. So even though we started off dancing, I don't know, people kind of start asking my mom at the time it was me, my older sister, and this other girl who was kind of our cousin. Mm-hmm. We were always around, and we ended up forming a group, kind of playing around in my dad's studio, just seeing what happens. I think at the time ABC was out, so we were we're the girl version of them, and cute. I was the rapper of the group, and I was a rapper.
Wow.
So I didn't my mom and my dad knew I could sing, but I didn't really. I was shy about my singing. Okay. And then I would say years later, way after that, besides people who personally knew that I could sing, it was this one producer who he made me sing a part. No, I want to hear what you sound like doing this. And I'm no. He's just try it. And then that was kind of my first time of being oh, okay, this is not that bad, right? Okay. And so then that kind of started. But I don't know when my mom kind of knew. She had to know young, though, because, our favorite toys growing up were, the little Sony recorder where you record yourself. And we were always literally, making our own songs. And
oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
So maybe she knew in the womb. I don't know.
Well, you definitely got a gene, so I'm sure. And they always say that you're supposed to keep good people around you. Mm-hmm. Who's the person around you that keeps it 100?
Well, his name is Jerome.
Okay.
No, for real, he's like my brother. Like, we've known each other since we were like 9, and he knows me like really well. So like, I don't have to panic. I know when he's around, like everything will be just like taken care of. And we're like the same sign, so it's like.
So he tells you straight up.
Yeah, and he'll let me know like, that's not it. And I trust his opinion because we've known each other since we were kids. Right. So it's like I know his intent is never like.
It's always come from a good place.
It's come from a good place, even if it's something that I might not want to hear.
Wow. So what's next?
What's next? Well, I just dropped another EP called 213.
Nice.
Obviously another ode to LA.
Love it.
And next is the album. Yeah, I just completed my album, and I'm really excited about
Congratulations.
that. Thank you.
So now that it's all done, do you feel like, are you 100% like happy with the result?
Yeah, like now I'm 100% happy with the outcome.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I
can't
can
wait
we
to put it out.
expect?
You can definitely expect. I mean, growth, evolution since the last EPs. I definitely think that I played around more with my sound musically.
Okay.
I mean, it's still R&B, but I still evolved in the sound, and I think it's just a good introduction to me. I don't have like too many features on there just because I want people to
hear you
know me and my voice first, and then and though it's gonna be visual, so I'll have videos for all the songs.
Okay, well, let me know if you need a background singer, because I can totally do this.
I'm gonna call you.
I can totally do it. All right, so where can we find more about you, your music, everything that you're doing? What's all your social media, everything?
Yes, okay. So we'll start with Twitter and Instagram is Mila J. So MILAJ. And then Snapchat, which is I'm most active on that now.
Okay.
Is Mila you long times, but I have to spell it. So it's MILA and then the letter U.
Okay.
Long time. And that's my Snapchat, and then my Facebook is Mila J too, I think.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This is Donna Jones with Mila J.